All right. Welcome to Old Guys Eat Still Consuming Mass Quantities. How's it going, everybody? Nice to see you today. So, I had somebody come up to me the other day and ask me, Fred, why the hell do you do this? And I said, I don't know. Honestly, though, give you a short synopsis. About 2 years ago, I was in Pasadena in LA. I was out there doing, working, doing film, scoring, playing out there, gigging. My sister was out there, got a lot of friends. Anyway, I had a real, I was teaching band actually. I was doing K through 9 at one of the schools in LA. I was a music director. But those little rugrats, they got me sick as a dog. I got whatever it is they have. PTS, some disease with initials, but I caught it and then it turned into adult pneumonia. And I had it for 3 solid months, and I damn near died. I was in the hospital with tubes into my lungs. It was pretty unbelievable, and I came out of it a different person, I got to say. Having, I wouldn't call it a near-death experience, but, mortality is definitely all around you, and especially at my age, which is 68 years old. But, yeah, it's there, and you start thinking about it. And so I decided I was going to try to document all my crap. I've got a gazillion songs I've worked on over the years. I thought I'd put them on the video. I started a YouTube channel, and I wanted to document and do mostly short little like montage videos about the blues and rock, and just so, Elroy Jetson in 2320 could say, hey, who's Book of White, and my little video will pop up. And they're pretty informative, and I spend a lot of time on them. I do a lot of, I've been a content creator way before the term ever existed. So I spend a lot of time curating the pictures and, getting the sound right and everything. And they're pretty cool. So from there, I started to, interview people, do YouTube channel crap. And I came to realize that there is a horrible lack of live entertainment to be seen anymore. Like, this is in LA, and very, very few venues. And I'm like, what the hell? And I'm talking to these millennials and these kids, and they're thirsty for it, but there's nowhere for them. They don't even understand what live music is. When they hear it, their jaws drop because it's so different from what they're being exposed to. Just the bullshit that comes out of the factory, But when you hear live music, you're hearing musicians at their finest. They're interacting with each other, with the crowd. It's a shared experience, and anybody who's into music understands that. It's the world is made of frequencies, of strings, if you're a physicist, and but it's true. Everything vibrates, and you know what? When you're in a room like that, I get chills down my spine sometimes when I'm playing, and the vibe is right. It's magical. So it became my life's mission to get live music into people again. And what I was doing out in LA was I was going into restaurants and offering them free musicians for gift cards, basically. Take care of our musician, their table, and we'll get some live music in front of people. And guess what? It turned into gigs, and people loved it. And you know what? It's a huge profit mark. You can make a lot of money with live music. People don't even understand that anymore. Typically, I was a GM, very high-level corporate GMs. I understand the numbers in a restaurant. And let me tell you, there's very little profit in the restaurant. Food and beverage, it's your margins after labor and everything. You're lucky to get 5 to 15% max. 15%, think about that. That's shit. Alcohol, however, 70 to 80%. Think about that. That's where the money is in a restaurant. How do you sell a lot of alcohol? You get people sweaty, dancing. You make them stay longer, and they drink like crazy. It's unbelievable. 78%, 25% profit increase. It's the no-brainer. So that's my mission in life, and I'm in Bonita Springs, Florida, which is amazing. If you've ever been down here, if you haven't, you gotta come. It's incredible fishing. I don't want to really let the cat out of the bag. Never mind, don't come. Anyway, so with that being said, I want to review a place that I've been going to. It's across the street from where I moved. I've only been here a few weeks, but it's called Sneaky Pete's. It's right here in Bonita Springs on beautiful Bonita Beach Boulevard. And the host is John Clementi, and he's got Kathy with him, and they do. He's a singer, so he's a musician. Recent owner of the restaurant. I'm not sure of his background as far as restaurant, but I know he's an entertainer. He does karaoke with her 3 nights a week. Every other night of the week, he has live entertainment. The guy is a gem, and I thank God for people like that. And he is really a host. You come in there, you feel like you're part of a club almost. It's the people there, they want to be there. They pay $5 to pay for the band. God bless them. I love his people. They can afford it. If someone comes up and they can't afford it, let them in, for God's sake. They need to support live music, and local businesses. It's a mom and pop. I always talk about mom and pops. They're definitely a mom and pop. So fantastic, live music all the time. He's, I could see he's getting his feet from a restaurant perspective. I'll give you the review on that. It is, I'll tell you, it's, I call it bar food. It's not his food, but all bars basically have the same menu. And it doesn't mean it's bad. I mean, cheesesteaks, how can you go wrong, right? But it's the same stuff everywhere you go, and I think he's still trying to find his thing. He does have, however, an Italian chef, and they have a hell of a good meatball. So, I think he will find his identity eventually. They're kind of want to be all things to everybody. You can't do that in the restaurant business, really. You're better off to find your little niche, do something nobody else does. But he's doing it. He's got live music. He's got great food. The food's not bad at all. It just needs, I think, to be stepped up a notch. Maybe the presentation could be a little nicer. Less pedestrian. Just give it that little zing. But he's doing a great job, and I love the guy. And anyway, so the food is decent. The staff is fantastic. Estelle's one of the bartenders I always go in for. Great gal, on the ball. Snarky as hell. Great little singer. She'll get up in the middle of karaoke night and sing one. It's pretty awesome. So a lot of fun. You guys got to come down and check out the karaoke night. It's just so funny. Me being an entertainer, I laugh my ass off. But the entertainment there is great. They have all kinds of different bands, duos, things like that. I'm trying to talk John into maybe doing like a Sunday brunch where me and my partner Shell could be the house band. Wink, wink. Hey, John. Just saying, buddy. Wow. Shameless self-promotion. Isn't that's what can I say?
We're not ordinary people.
Anyway,
we're morons.
It's a great place. And you know what? Bonita Springs in general has a lot of places that have live music. There's a place 2 doors down, Island House. Little freaking Keysy kind of a dive bar, my kind of place. The same thing. They got live music. They got karaoke. You go down to the beach. Yeehaw. Hey there. Nice to see you back. But yeah, it's amazing. There's live music to be seen in Bonita Springs 7 days a week. Where else can you go to do that? And my mission, I'm telling you, I'm coming out to see you guys out there. I'm going to get live music in front of you. If you're a musician and you have that same dream, do it, man. Go out there, knock on the door, offer a free gig. Just say, hey, look, I'll do a showcase. Just take care of my tab for the night. People will tip you. And you'll get gigs out of it, but more importantly, you'll get live music back in front of people. So with that said, let's give Sneaky Pete's a big, huge round of applause. They're doing great. They're going to keep on doing great. Please go out there and support those moms and pops. They more than ever nowadays, they really need it. And you know what I always say: eat heartily, tip heavily. Till next time, see y'all later. Take care. Love you. Bye-bye now.